Hey besties, welcome back to the Mad Girls Club. We are here with a dilemma episode today. And if you're new, all you have to do is basically go to themadgirlsclub.com, submit your dilemma, which is basically anything you want help or advice on. We have Sam, which is my bestie, and also your bestie now. And basically, we're just here to answer the problems that are happening in your life. And it doesn't even have to be problems. It could be advice or a question or literally anything. And it's anonymous. All you have to do is go to themadgirlsclub.com. All the links that you need are going to be in the description section of this video. Oh, also talking about video, we are actually on YouTube now. So if you aren't subscribed already or watching this YouTube video, then what are you doing? Because although audio is amazing, and that's how we started, and I love that, but YouTube is like a different experience. You get to see our facial reactions. You get to feel like you're actually in the room here with us. So I mean, if you're listening to it, great. Continue to do so. If you're driving, of course, don't watch it on YouTube. But if you have the spare time, I mean, YouTube is amazing. And I hope you guys get to experience watching the Mad Girls Club on there. But enough about that. We have Sam here. We haven't heard of you or seen you in quite a while, which on the episode 1 of season 2, I actually forgot to mention why I had to postpone everything, which we'll get into that. But first, I want to know what has been going on with you. Everybody knows you. Like, everyone who has been listening knows you. Now they can put a face to your name.
To my name.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Like, people actually being able to, like...
I don't know how I feel. I feel like we've tried... Aside from Mad Girls Club, like, me and you have done so many things, like try to get into YouTube, trying to make content. I don't really care. I think we all get a little camera shy, but
yeah, it's weird.
No, I don't mind it.
It's weird. Like, nobody's here in this room besides us two. And even then, like, I still get nervous, doing this, it's different, like just audio versus having a camera in front of you,
I think I get more nervous about hearing myself talk. I think that's still something that I'm like, ugh, do I really sound like that? Like, but no, I have just been on like a me journey since we last wrapped up season 1. I feel like I'm in a slow cooker.
Honestly, like, they don't know this, but you and me, I feel like we be living double lives sometimes.
Yes.
Meaning, like, we live the exact same life, but like different people, like different. Yeah. We go through shit like at the same time.
We're just going through stuff and going through life, and I feel like I'm in a slow cooker right now. When I say that, I mean, like, it's just a me season, and it's just me kind of like pivoting with things and giving myself like time to grow, giving myself, opportunities to grow. And yeah, so like since last season wrapped, I'm on a me journey, and
what does me journey to you look like?
Me journey to me means just being like unapologetically me, giving myself space to grow, giving myself just the opportunity I feel like I was really stressed. I was really stressing myself. I wasn't allowing myself to do what I really wanted to do, or just even a space to work on me. I guess that's more of what I'm getting at, just to work on me. And that's why I feel like I'm in a slow cooker right now. Like, y'all will see the final product soon, but right now I'm pivoting through life, and things happen and things change. And I feel like I'm not so receptive to change. And this is me embracing change. So since we last wrapped, I'm in school now. I'm just working. I'm in school, and I'm going.
First
I'm
of all,
busy.
Let's give a round of applause for being in school.
Girl, you know what it's like being in school.
Yeah.
I mean, you take way more classes than me right now, but I'm taking medical classes. So
yeah, which is like another level compared to what I be learning.
Yes. And so like right now, like I'm learning about all these different drugs, all these different legal drugs, pharmaceuticals.
Before they come at you talking about
drugs. No, ma'am. This is legal stuff. I'm in nursing school. So I've just decided to I still have, my aesthetics thing going. I just put it on pause for now. and I'm in school and I'm working, and I'm just at the same time working on me, and it feels great to do that.
Yeah, I can
You know?
definitely see like how you were before and how you are now, and like everything is coming together, and I'm so happy and proud of, you
I think,
enrolling yourself into school,
which was
and
hard.
all of that.
I just jumped right into it. Like, I was like, you know what? I just woke up one day and was like, I'm not happy. I need to make a
I
change.
know. I always have to tell Sam, like, time is going to pass anyways. Like, you're going to be 30 years old one day or whatever, like, why not do what you want to do? And then, when you hit 30, you'll already have that accomplished. Like, time is going to pass regardless.
Like, the age thing doesn't matter. I feel like we put a lot of stuff on ourselves that's like, how many of us said, okay, when you're
Girl,
like 18,
I know.
before you graduated high school, and you're like, I'm going to be married with kids and graduated college. And
by the age of like 23.
I told my mom, like, yeah, when I'm 25, I'm going to already I'm going to buy you a house. And like, here we are. Life's like, no.
Yeah. Like all the shit you go through, and it's like not as easy as it seems. I mean, maybe for some people, but in our situation, like
But I feel like it takes longer to get there when you let the outside world validate you, and like constantly, like we see on social media, like people going through like their accolades and their things, and instead of like, well, I mean, I'm happy for people. Like I love congratulating people on things, but there's like some people that really just sit there and are unhappy, and it's because they don't want to get up and do those things for themselves. And I feel like this social media thing is almost like a facade. Like, if I didn't tell you I'm going through things, or you would not know, and that's okay. Like, social media doesn't need to know everything. And I even, like, during this time, I took a break from social media. Like, I'm really not even active. I still have my Scan by Sam page. I have my personal page at SMEJ95, but I'm very selective of the things that I follow or who follows me, because even though I don't get on it that much, that little time that I do get on, I feel like it's almost like sacred. Like, I'm just guarding my spirit and I'm guarding my peace. Yeah. And right now, like, I just don't have room for the BS. So I'm just doing what makes me happy. I'm pivoting with life, and that's where I'm at right now, and I'm happy. Like, I'm grateful, and I'm working on me. I mean, we talk outside of everything, and it's tough. Like, just that me journey gets ugly. Like, you go through the crying, you go through the trials, and just sometimes things come to an end. Sometimes you start new things, and you just have to be able to like embrace all of that. And at the end of the day, it's your life. So regardless, I'd rather fail at a lot of things than not try at all.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I'm not really scared to take those risks anymore. I was playing it safe, but now, like, no, I'm in this slow cooker, but y'all finna see.
Stay tuned. But talking about happiness, like, honestly, I feel like myself too, like, I've just been in a different chapter in my life recently, and I can notice it and I can tell. And I'm so happy with life right now and how everything is moving. Let me knock on wood because I don't want to jinx myself. But no, I seriously am like at this in my life, like just a happy moment. And with that being said, the reason why I bring that up is because I am so happy. I guess you can say that I've gained a little bit of weight from compared to how I looked a few months ago, or not months ago, like a year ago or two or whatever. But honestly, like, I don't really care.
That's how I feel. I don't really care.
I don't. Like, I really don't care. Like, I'll have people come to me, like family, because I wish a friend would, or someone I don't know. But, I have family, but they're like the older, ladies. And they're like, you're getting bigger. Why don't you need to slow down and stop eating so much, and yada, yada, yada. And honestly, like, hearing that shit makes me want to eat more. Like, that shit pisses me off. But no, like, but I'm happy with my life. Like, I could work out if I want to. I just don't feel like it.
Right.
Like, whenever I decide to work out, it's because I want to. And if I work out, like, I'll work out. I don't not like working out. I do like to work out, but I just don't really care for that right now, you know? And my husband thinks I'm fine as fuck. I think I still look good. So I don't really give a fuck about anybody else's opinion on how they see me. And I only say that because, like, so my son had a baseball game 2 weeks ago. I ran into one of my cousins. This dude had the audacity to tell me, like, call me out on my weight. And that shit pissed me the fuck off.
People are so rude and they don't think about stuff before they say it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who the fuck are you to be commenting on other people's weight? I have family members that do things like that too. And it's just like, why?
And like shit like that makes me not give a fuck about my weight even more. Like makes me want to fucking go to McDonald's and like order a triple quadruple like burger. And that's not how I eat. But even then, like shit like that just pisses me off, you know? It's like, shut the fuck up.
I'm not like, eating for you or eating for nobody else or working out for anybody else other than me.
Let me be
me. Let me do me.
Yeah, exactly. Like if one thing y'all don't know about me is and how my body works, obviously, because y'all don't know me. But if I were to work out, I could lose weight really fast. You know, I think you've even seen how big I can get and how quickly I can lose weight. And I think that's also a bad thing for me because I know that that's how my body works. So that's why I kind of like don't care about working out because I feel like when I do care about working out, like I can lose my weight easily. I just don't feel like it right now.
But let's face it, like we're going into our 30s. We're not high school anymore. Like our high school bodies are like, that's non-existent. Like we're hitting the age where we're starting to go through things. Like I have like a thyroid problem. So that was kind of like challenging going through that like over the past. This has been going on since about 2018. So my weight fluctuates all the time. And that has to do with like hormones and you have to just go with the flow. Like, you know, I'm not beating myself up over the weight that I've gained or about losing weight. Like, but it's for me. Like if I choose to get up and go work out or do things, it's for me. Ultimately, I just want to make healthier choices. And, you know, whatever that looks like I'll get there. Like, I know if I really push myself and work hard and every day, I can do it. But, you know, at the same time, like, damn, can I just take a moment, to not put all this pressure because you want me to look a certain way?
Yeah, exactly.
So I can be a bad bitch on Instagram? Like, I feel like I'm a bad bitch in real life.
Yeah. Period.
Fuck the Photoshop and all that. Like I don't even care. And that wouldn't be just because my man thinks that or nobody else or other people don't think that. Like it matters how you feel.
Yeah, like I happiness and like the state of mind that I'm in now. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything else. Like, this is my peace. And like you're saying, you know, like I'm happy and, you know, we're both happy now.
And
like,
when you're ready, you'll get to it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just doing other shit right now.
I'm not fixing to pound it in my head that I can't eat cheeseburgers because Instagram don't want me to have a double chin. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but I like, you know, like, I like to cook for my family, like at home. Like this morning, Nick made us breakfast and we sat down and we ate breakfast together. And like, I told you, I was like, girl, I'm full. Like, I want to sit here and like unbutton my pants right now. And, like, that's just how I'm feeling. Like, I'm not fixing to do anything for nobody else. And that's just where we all need to be at. Do things for you. Be comfortable with you. If you find being a size, whatever size you are, then do you, sis.
Yeah, like, I think like the moment you think like I want to lose weight for somebody else, like I honestly rather be big and happy than skinny and unhappy. And
right.
I'm
not trying to look good for the Instagram picture now. I want to look good so I can wear the hoochie mama clothes like that girl said. And I'm gonna get there. But it's about what I want to do, when I want to do it, whenever the fuck I feel like doing it.
Okay, that's it.
And that's just
I think that was great. I think that was perfect what you just said. I will wrap it there. So let's also talk about why I had to postpone season 2, which I forgot to discuss in the first episode, but we'll talk about it now. You kind of know everything, and you know, like I went through some shit, like that first week of July. Actually, it was the first week of July. So the reason why I first postponed it was because my friend was something had happened, and it's not my place to talk about what happened, especially, you know, on camera and for everyone to know. But something happened to her, and I felt like I needed to be there for her because me and her were friends for a very long time. And I know, you know, her family and things like that. So I just felt like I needed to be there and not post something happy or do something happy, you know, because it just wasn't the time and the place. And then once that had passed, which I think it was like the first day of July or like the last day of June or something like that. After that had passed, the next day, I think it was, what happened the next day? I think it was my car situation. I had a Nissan Sentra previously, and I paid it off. I was super happy that I paid it off. And then if you own a car and you've paid off your car, then you know the moment you pay off your car, shit goes like south real quick. And so my car ended up one day like not working on me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then so
the day of our event.
Was it?
It was the day of our event.
Oh,
you were like, my car stopped over here, and the show went on. Like,
yeah, oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, it was a Sorry Papi tour event. Yeah, you're right, because we went in your car and whatnot.
And if you haven't seen that content, you're missing out. It was fire.
Yeah, it was. And if you didn't go to the event, then I feel bad for you because I was fired too.
Yes.
But yeah, my car just stopped working out of nowhere, and then we ended up finding out it was a transmission issue, which was like a $4,000 fix. And my husband, he kind of, I don't know why, he just kind of felt the need to like get me a car, and we've been talking about electrical cars and Tesla and things like that. So he ended up getting me a car, and it was new to us, but it was a used car with only one previous owner. Didn't have a lot of miles at all. And then so we bought the car, and then the battery one day ended up not working because we ended up getting this charger connected to our house, and then the charger wasn't charging the car at all, and we're like, what the fuck, like it's not charging. And then if you have an electrical car and then the battery doesn't work, like you're fucked, because the battery is like the most important thing in the car, also the most expensive thing in the car. And so I ended up like having like a complete meltdown, and then so yeah, it was a car situation happening, and then like we had just bought the car, so it was like, what the fuck? And then having to speak to the car people, it's just like a lot going on. It was so much shit was going on with the car that I'm usually the one that handles like situations like that when something happens like with a company or something like that. Like I'm usually the one that handles all that hard stuff. But this time, like I just couldn't. I just didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy. It was just a lot for me to handle. And I never been in that situation either. And so my husband went ahead and, you know, handled that for me, thank goodness.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, because I think I was in class one day, and I wasn't in class, I was at school, and I called you crying because I was like, this just isn't going my way, and like this happened and that happened.
Do I need to pretend to be you on the phone? Representative.
Yeah, and then so the car situation passed, and then, well, it didn't pass, but, you know, next day, a few days pass, and then my grandma from Thailand ends up passing away. No, yeah, she does, but, I mean, she passed away on my birthday, which was July 5th, and I think I rescheduled it to, I don't know, like a week later or something like that, or on my birthday. I don't remember. But basically, I rescheduled it, and my grandma passed in Thailand on my birthday, and so I just couldn't again.
It was just one thing after another.
Yeah, it was my friend. It was the car.
July.
It was my grandma.
Remember we kept saying July is just not it.
Yeah, 'cause I think you were going through some stuff too. Like we both were. And I was just like so over it. And then so my grandma had passed, and then my mom and everybody in my family who lives here, who you know, is Thai, ended up saying, you know, I'm going to Thailand. And then without even asking me if I wanted to go to Thailand, I'm like, what the fuck? So then I told him like, I want to go too. So then we end up looking for a ticket. We end up finding it. And then I end up finding out that my passport is expired, so I can't go to Thailand. But then I also found out that you can do an emergency passport thing, something like that, emergency flight. So then we went that route, and I was able to get it approved. But the only reason why I didn't end up going to Thailand when my mom had went, was because although I got the emergency travel flight, I was able to do it. The next day, when I ended up having to check the flight prices, and the reason why I didn't buy them that moment when I knew I wanted to go was because there's like so many things you have to have ready in order to get approved for the emergency travel thing. And Thailand is a day ahead of us, and I think it was morning in Dallas, and so it was nighttime over there. So I had to wait the next morning for them, which is like nighttime for us, to talk to my sister who lives in Thailand about getting all the paperwork that I need. And then so by then it's already nighttime here, and my brother was the one that was gonna get the ticket for me, and he was already asleep. So then I had to wait the next day to speak to my brother and tell him about like, you know, go ahead and buy the ticket now. Our sister has all the paperwork that I need. And then so literally next day. So the price at first was like, I think it was like $1,800. And at first I was like, oh, I don't want to buy that, but like, fuck it, you know, whatever. So then, but then I didn't end up buying it because, you know, all that I was saying about all the documents that I needed. So the next day happens, literally next day, prices increased to like $3,200. And I'm like, no, like, Grandma, I love you and all that stuff. Like, but
you were not expecting that.
And $3,200, $1,800, that was a one-way flight. That wasn't even like
to come back.
Yeah.
And it like doubled, because you said at first it was like 1,000.
Yeah.
And so like literally you waited a day, and then boom, it went up. And that's just for you.
Yeah. And I even like cleared my cache, whatever. I went incognito on the windows. I told my brother to use his phone. I used another device. No, it was like that everywhere. And I was like, well, maybe I'll look for a different day. I don't have to fly the same day that my mom and my brother are flying. No, the whole month was like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So I was like, I can't go. So then I ended up being really bummed out. And then next day after that, I ended up getting so sick. I've never in my life have been as sick as I was.
Like, you passed out.
Yes, I got so fucking sick that I almost passed out. No, I didn't almost. I did pass out. I did pass out, actually. I forgot.
I remember seeing the video. I was like, what?
Yeah, so I have a camera in my room, and I passed out in my room. Well, actually, I passed out outside, and then Manuel, my husband, his name's Manuel, if y'all don't know. So I'll refer him as Manuel moving forward, because I feel like saying husband on here sounds a little off. So I'm just going to say Manuel, but that's who that is. So anyways, we were outside, and then I ended up passing out outside, but I guess I could still walk. I really don't remember. I just watched the video, and that's kind of how I saw it. So I passed out outside, and then he's like literally dragging me in the room, because my legs are literally like useless.
Noodles, like they're gone.
My legs were just being dragged, and then I end up getting on the floor, and this is embarrassing to say, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it anyways. You know what I'm gonna say. I passed out, and my body completely shut down on me. And when I talk about shut down, I mean I fucking ended up peeing on myself without even knowing that I did that, you know. Like,
that would have scared me, because you know how they say like when people die, like they pee on themselves or something. Yeah, like if that was me, I'd be like, oh my God, like 911.
I don't know why he didn't call 911, but I mean,
y'all, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is all going on, and her son is right there playing the game. Didn't even turn around or nothing.
Yeah.
Didn't even know what was going on. He's in his own little world over there.
And I'm like on the floor, passed out, pee on me, like
A whole emergency going on.
yeah, and he's just like
playing his game.
just playing his freaking game.
Oh
no
my God.
idea. Yeah. So then I end up taking a shower and whatnot, and I ended up being sick for like 2 weeks, I think. I ended up being sick for a long time, and I lost a lot of weight that time. Gained it back, but I lost a lot of weight at that time. And yeah, and then I think school started, and then I just was trying to see what that schedule was going to look like and stuff, and here we are.
I'm just glad you're okay. I was like, girl, you better start taking care of yourself now.
Yeah, so y'all don't know, but I have low iron deficiency. So I get dizzy easily. I even now, a few moments ago, I was like starting to feel dizzy, but I was like, I'm gonna wait it out, see how bad it gets.
But, like, have you ate today?
No, I haven't.
See, you need to see you doing okay. Now I know we talked about the weight and stuff, but look, you still gotta be healthy. Okay.
Well, I haven't had time, bitch. It's like 1:35. We got here.
You better start eating your fruits and vegetables, and you might need some red meat for that iron.
Yeah. So I take iron pills actually, and I forgot to take them this morning because I was such in a rush.
See, yeah, and then you haven't ate.
Yeah, so
we're drinking Dr. Pepper right now. Dr. Pepper, if you're watching, sponsor us.
So yeah, like sometimes I'll even drive and it gets so bad and I get super dizzy. I have to pull over because the ground is literally like moving and I can't drive like that. Like it's really bad. And so I don't know what triggered it that day, or I don't know what it was, but
and probably all the stress you were under. That was a long it was a lot going on.
It was a lot going on. So that was the last thing that like happened that was bad, I guess, which was me getting sick. And then that was pretty much it. I didn't want to eat. I didn't get out of my bed. Nothing. Like I was so cold, and it's recently just been getting cooler, you know, but it could be 100 outside and I was freezing cold. Like that's how it was.
Let's keep up with our annual visits to the doctor. Okay, get those lab work done. Look, y'all, now that I'm into all these like medical classes, I'm over here like educating everybody. Like, did you know cardiovascular disease is the silent killer? Like,
girl,
no, seriously. Like, and we used to do things like our parents would take care of us as we were like, you know, younger and stuff. But now that we're becoming adults, like that's our job. Like nobody's gonna say, hey, make sure you go get your teeth cleaned every 6 months. Like it's important. So I really advise everybody. Like I really didn't have to, I was pretty healthy like before I got the thyroid stuff. Then after that, it was like constant doctor's visits, constant lab work, making sure that, because your thyroid controls so much that like when mine was out of whack, it like messed with everything, like my body temperature, my weight, just my brain, like just I get like brain fog. I forget stuff all the time. Your moods, just everything, like your cycles. I mean, everything, seriously. So, yeah, if you haven't had your physical done, you got that insurance, you need to go.
Hey, guys, your bestie, Millie here. Trying to make a podcast is so hard, and I need your help to make the Mad Girls Club podcast enjoyable and exciting to listen to for listeners just like you. By helping us take this quick 2.5-minute survey, you can get a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card as a thank you for taking the survey at the end of season 2. You can take the survey at www.themadgirlsclub.com or at www.bit.ly/TheMadGC survey. The links will also be in the description section of this episode that will take you straight to it as well. Okay, now let's talk dilemmas. Are you ready?
I don't know what if I've been going through it. I know y'all been going through it, so let's see what they're talking about.
Let's read the first dilemma. So the first dilemma says, I attend Texas Tech, and in September, my roommate and I became friends with our next door neighbor. And in January, I met our neighbor's friend named, let's call him Greg. So we all started hanging out together as a group. And after hanging out a few times, Greg replied to one of my stories. Then a few weeks later, we started talking a lot and flirting. Then he invited me out. We spent the whole night together flirting, talking, just enjoying one another's company. Long story short, he spent the night on my bed and didn't even leave till late afternoon. Greg was so nice and was making it obvious that he liked me. He even asked my friend to wingman him with me. And then when he finally left, as we were sitting in the room, we can hear him next door talking to the boys, lying, saying we slept together when we didn't, saying really disrespectful things about me. Then to top it off, he ended the conversation by saying he likes my best friend, who's my roommate. I called Greg out on this, and he left me on red. A week later, I ran into him, and he was very apologetic while still trying to flirt with me. But then yesterday, I thought we cleared the air and planned a night out. But then he left me on red. I feel so stupid, and I know I'm going to see him again. I just don't know how to handle being in that circle anymore. And now that my friend knows he likes her, she even asked me if she can talk to him. And I don't even know what to say to that at this point.
Oh, first of all, Greg ain't shit. Fuck Greg. Okay? That you look when I wait a minute, rewind. You got me tongue twisted now. He likes your friend.
Yeah.
And now your friend likes him. Your friend ain't shit either.
I was gonna say the
I'm
same
sorry.
thing.
Sorry, if she's in Mad Girls Club, girl, you ain't shit. Girl code.
Yeah, girl code.
First of all, if somebody talks shit about my friend, like, oh no, we're talking shit. We're talking shit.
Like,
back.
why? If you know that he did that to your friend, why would you even want to talk to him at all?
Okay, this is my thing. Okay, this is why I don't do friend groups. Because it's always some sneaky stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Somebody's talking to somebody else's man. Somebody knows something else about somebody else. Like, people are fake as fuck. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but they are. Like, you know, that's why I like to keep my circle small. And we don't do all this. Like, relationship stuff is, like, separate. Like, no. And this is why. That's supposed to be your roommate. Like, that's the person that owes you loyalty at the end of the day. Greg and his friends, they don't owe you shit.
And for him, let's start with Greg first, okay? Mm-hmm. So Greg, the whole situation of like him telling all his friends that he hit it and he didn't about all that when he didn't, trash. Don't even talk to him. Don't even waste your breath on him.
He's a fuck boy.
Literally. He just probably wanted the chance to even be in the same room without anyone else and then take that chance to be like, create this whole different narrative about it. So he could be probably cool with the boys, or something. Or maybe they're doing like some kind of game. Like, I don't know. But that is a red flag. And it's like so red right now. And if you don't see it, you need to see it.
And my thing is like, that's master manipulator behavior. Like,
yeah, who does that?
Who sits up here? Okay, like, how can you just be that fake? You're sitting up here hee-hee-hawing with me. You're being like this gentleman, da-da-da. Then you go next door and you're a whole different person. You fucking narcissist. Then you have the nerve to apologize to my face. I would have cursed him out.
Okay. And
there wouldn't have been a second conversation. These type of people don't deserve that second chance. Yeah, and they showed you early. So, like, let's take heed to that.
Just be happy that you didn't do anything with him, because I feel like that would have been, like, even worse on yourself and your self-esteem and things like that. So take that and, as a warning, not even as a warning, like, be happy that it didn't happen and just step away from him. Like, don't hang around with him. If you see him in the hallway, just look the other way, avoid him. I mean,
girl, I don't know how you heard that through the next room. I would have knocked on the door like, excuse me, Greg, you and your homeboys come outside. Come outside. You got to see me about
That's
this.
just childish. That's childish.
It is.
And you don't want to be with a childish person because they don't have it.
That's very immature. We're still, like, you still got to go back to your friends and brag about stuff like, you're immature.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get on this friend. Because you heard everything, and even after that, you still want to talk to this man? Go ahead, do you then.
Yeah, honestly, like
and when you get played, don't come back and say nothing. That's on you. I don't want to hear about it.
Yep, and I understand she's your roommate, so you're probably going to be continuing to stay with her after the fact. And so honestly, I that's not sticky situation because she's your roommate.
Mm-hmm.
So what I feel like I would advise would be like, not make it toxic where it's like, fuck you, you know what the fuck you did, like girl code, yada yada. I probably wouldn't do that until you stop being her roommate, just because I've heard some bad roommate stories, like some really bad ones. So I wouldn't even start with that. Focus on school, do what you need to do. Whenever you get the chance to find another roommate, then you can tell her all the BS that she did was fucked up. But right now, I would just not even be all friends with her either, though. I would like keep my distance. If she tells you stuff or tries to vent to you, just be like, okay, yeah, I see. Okay. You know, just keep it short. Don't really try to be buddy with her because that's not a friend you want to have either.
See, my thing is like, we can be roommates, but you're not subjected to keep yourself around that toxic shit. You don't. And it's not necessarily like you have to go the fuck off on her. Now y'all got to fight and did it. No, but an adult conversation does need to be had. Like, hey, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, how are we moving? Because I'm moving like this behind you, and it's obviously not reciprocated. So, I mean, we'll just be roommates from here on out. And I would not include myself in that friend group. Like, for what? So you can make yourself feel worse?
Yeah.
So you can be the outsider and no, girl, by all means, find yourself some new friends.
Yeah, exactly. And whenever you get the chance to find another roommate,
make sure homegirl pays her rent and y'all just go on about your business. But it sounds like you need some new friends and you definitely don't have to keep your mouth shut. But for the sake of it being a living situation, I would just keep it respectful, you know, have an adult conversation about it.
Like, let her know what she did and how you feel, but don't, like, I would say go off and, like, try to start a fight, because I feel like then at that point, like, your living situation may not be peaceful is what I'm just trying to make sure that you have a peaceful, like, living experience, you know? Like, if you don't care about that, then fuck it, do it. But if you want to stay peaceful, then I would, you know, just let her know how you feel, and then once you dip out of there, then you let her know how you really feel.
And but at the same time, like, stay true to you and stand on that. If that's how you feel, like, that's completely validated.
Yeah.
They had no right to violate you like that and disrespect you like that.
And don't let her don't let her, like, tell you otherwise too. Like, oh, like, give you an excuse, like, oh, I didn't know that you know, cared, or oh, like, that's not what I was trying to do. Like, oh, you know, like, just some lame ass excuse.
All these guys out here, you had to pick that one. Girl, bye.
After the fact that, you know, we were hanging out the previous day in here in the same room. Like,
he asked you to be the wing. He asked you to help him be, like, to wing you. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. Girls are weird.
Girl, no.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely not. We're not dealing with that. And that's a lesson learned right there. Take heed to that. Definitely don't turn a blind eye. Be an adult about the situation if you have to, for the sake of being roommates. But at the end of the day, if some shit disrupts your peace and you know damn well they disrespected you and made you feel some type of way, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to make them be your friends. You don't have to make them like you. Find you some new friends.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
I'm appalled.
Next dilemma is, my brother-in-law is cheating on his wife from time to time with the same chick. Like normal people, they sometimes fall into financial problems that causes a rough stress on them both. But my brother-in-law does help the other girl pay her rent, bills, etc. So his wife does work and help contribute to what she can as he does. So she is not my blood, but I've known her a very long time and care for her a lot because we are kind of close. No, she's not perfect, but that's still not a good enough reason to be treated that way. Question is, do you turn your face because it's none of your business, or do you risk causing their relationship problems, causing my own problems with my partner, problems with my brother-in-law, or even worse, she won't believe me? Because I don't have proof, but it's 100% happening. So far, I've obviously said nothing, and I see her sometimes, and I'm like, am I fucked up for hiding it from her? Would she do the same for me? Because me, personally, I'd want her to tell me, because technically speaking, we are the outsiders, in quotation marks, because we are with the brothers. So they are married to the brothers.
They're both married?
Oh.
Or is that his girlfriend? I think she
No,
said that.
the brother-in-law is cheating on his wife. She didn't talk about herself.
See,
but she's with the brother.
In certain situations, it's best to just mind your business because you don't know how the other person is going to react. You don't know what type of conflict this is now going to cause between the brothers. You don't know if she's going to believe you or not. I just wouldn't get in it. I truly believe that what's done in the dark comes to light.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe, I just don't think, just because you would want to know sometimes, how do you know she doesn't know? How do you know? I don't know. It could just be a really bad situation and it blow back up on you.
Yeah.
Like, I've had to tell somebody that before and it blown back up on me. And it's just like, you know what? Fuck it then. Yeah, you want to be in that situation? Cool.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say too. Like, there was this time where my best friend's boyfriend was out and about, and then someone that knows me has seen her through like my social media, I guess, and then they sent a picture, was like, hey, isn't it your friend's man? And then I was like, yes, it is. And then they were like, oh, he's with a girl here. And I'm like, send me a picture right now. Send me a picture. And so he sent me a picture, and then I showed it to my friend. They're still together till this day. So it's like, I wouldn't even waste my time trying to tell somebody in case they end up with that person still. And especially if they have kids, like the likelihood of her leaving him is less likely. So therefore, I would just mind my business, to be honest, and let her find out on her own. And I do think she is going to find out one day.
Yeah.
That may take a few years, a few months, next week, who knows? But that's on them, to be honest. Like, I would like to know, but I don't know. Like, maybe you can ask her, or not ask her, but talk to her subliminally, like, be like, hey, I have this friend and her man is cheating on her. Do you think I should tell her? And see what she says from that. Do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, or if it's weighing that hard on your conscience, do it from do it anonymously.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
Send her a letter.
Make a fake page and say, hey, girl, your man has been at such and such. I've seen him. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Actually.
I just wouldn't insert myself because at that point, like, you're going to cause problems between you and your husband. I'm sure your husband's probably came back and he knows about it, and y'all are venting. He's venting to you about it or just telling you the tea. Mm-hmm. And you're just kind of like, damn, I feel bad for this girl. I've been in situations like that too. And I'm like, man. And then he has the nerve. Like, the guy is like, how do you call it? Like, just overbearing on the woman, like always accusing her of stuff or always feeling some type of way about what she does. But you're over here acting like a dog. Like, yeah, it's one thing to like do whatever you do in private, but then when you're doing it and everybody else knows, that is embarrassing. Like, that's like, no respect at all. It's already disrespectful that you're doing it. Mm-hmm. But it's a whole nother level of disrespect when everybody else knows and you find out that everybody else knows. Yeah. That makes you feel like shit too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, me personally, I wouldn't insert myself. But if you really feel that bad, like sis should know, then shit, tell her anonymously.
Yeah, like create a
But make sure you have proof.
Yeah, you got to have proof.
You can't just he say, she said something.
Yeah.
Because somebody comes to me anonymously in a DM and doesn't say,
what
I'm
I did because
pissed.
I literally had the proof.
Yeah, like, it's just, that's just going to throw you off a little. Yeah, don't do that. Just make sure you got some proof and make sure it doesn't come back on you.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Let's find out herself, because you don't want to end up telling her and then, like, she stays with him and then she stays with him, and then now you have problems with her, with him, with the brother-in-law, with
everybody's
your husband.
Fighting. Y'all can't go to the cookouts together. No more.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, just
it ain't even worth it, because at the end of the day, guess what? If it's not the girl that he's doing it with right now, it's just going to be another girl, and he's just going to get better at hiding it. So,
Yeah.
That's on you to decide. But
I wouldn't.
I see you. I know you want to act in good faith, but at the same time, like, don't like, how do you say that? How do you?
Or tell her to watch this episode.
Don't hurt yourself in the. How do you say that? What am I trying to say? Don't get caught in the crossfire in that, because at the end of the day, like, you and your relationship is good. You don't need them problems.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, just focus on yourself, your relationship, and yeah, that's what I would do. All right, let's go to the third and final dilemma. My ex and I broke up for 3 months after being together for 2 years. When we broke up for those 3 months, he got a girl pregnant.
Oh my God, how did I know that was coming?
He got a girl pregnant, and now they've been together for almost a year or so. The problem here is, since the day I found out about this new girl in his life, he's been nonstop trying to convince me to get back together with him. But now that she's pregnant, it hasn't stopped him from texting, calling, and even messaging me on social media. I blocked him everywhere, and he always still finds a way to reach out to me. Should I tell his baby's mother about him or not?
Wait, so do you want to be with him or not? I mean, obviously no then, right?
Did she say that?
So what is her question? She just wants to know.
Should she tell the baby's mother?
Should she tell the baby's mother?
Ugh.
Are they acting like they're together?
I don't know. She didn't say, but I would assume. Okay, let's just answer this in two different ways. Let's say that she doesn't want to be with him.
You don't want to be with him? Okay, then you're doing the right thing. Just block him, don't respond, leave it at that.
So you wouldn't tell the baby mother?
That's their shit. I would tell him, look, stop writing me before I tell your baby mom. But don't come to her as a woman. Let her deal with him or don't deal with him. That's them, though.
Yeah, because then I also feel like if you were to tell her, she might be like, you're just trying to stir things up. You just want to be with him. You just want to, you're jealous. You know, like I could see that happening. And it's just a no for me. Like, all right, bitch, that's you.
I'm at a place right now where, like, I just don't want to deal with the drama.
Same.
So I don't got the energy for you and
whatever else you got going
all
on.
All that extra. No, keep me out of it.
Okay, now let's say that she does want to be with him.
Mm-hmm.
If she does want to be with him, then, I mean, what do you got to tell her for? He obviously wants to be with you.
Yeah, if you wanted to be with him, there should just be no gray
area
about him and her
like
relationship. Yeah, that is just kind of weird. Have y'all seen Insecure? Have you seen Insecure?
Yes, I have.
Did you see how Lawrence and Issa broke up and then he got, what's her name, pregnant?
He got
Lawrence got the girl pregnant and Issa and her were kind of like co-workers or whatever.
It was a while ago that I watched.
What was her name?
He got somebody pregnant?
Yes. Lawrence got that girl pregnant. They have a baby. And then Issa was like feeling him again.
You're
what was her name? It was something.
I don't remember, but you're right. Because there was a baby shower involved.
Yes. So,
yeah,
like I kind of seen that coming, that they were going to get back together and stuff. I mean, that does sometimes happen for some people. Me personally,
I wouldn't.
I ain't doing it.
I
ain't being stepmama to that baby
that you had after me.
I'm going to feel some type of way. Like that should have been me.
Would. Yeah.
I mean, regardless, like if it was an accident or whatever the situation was, I'm moving on.
Yeah, I just don't see how you can move forward from that either. Like, I feel like if you were to be like, get in that relationship with him and then like he has this child and the child comes to your place, like, I don't know what kind of person you are, but you know, I wouldn't want any negative feelings to go to the child, you know, knowing that it's from a relationship that happened after you guys had broke up. You know, I'm not saying that you are that kind of person, but I just feel like being in that situation would bring a lot of like negative emotions, you know, and then I just feel like that wouldn't be an easy thing to overcome either. Like,
and if you're not a mother already, then what? Like, you're gonna have to like assume this mother role, and I just don't think that's fair. Like, if that wasn't,
that's just a lot for someone to put up with, and I just feel like you shouldn't put up with that. Like, why be with him? There's so many other
Or why did y'all
men.
break up in the first place? You know, like there's a lot of things to consider there, but me, no, I don't think I could do that.
I couldn't either.
I don't think I could do that. I think I would like free myself of that burden. Like, it's too much to think about going forward. Like now they had to have a parental relationship. That relationship is always going to come first. You're not even a mother yourself. So I don't know. You just kind of have to maybe let him grow through that. And maybe later on down the line, I don't know, but I wouldn't be waiting around for it.
Yeah,
counting on it.
I agree.
Forcing it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I would just move on, to be honest, from that in the situation where you do want to get back with him. I wouldn't.
I've seen it.
You have?
I've seen things like this happen. It just don't. You got the girl talking about the baby. Baby, that's why that baby head look funny. And like, no, it doesn't come from a genuine place.
Yeah.
I don't care what a lot of people say. Like that takes a lot, and you really feel some type of way, and it does something to the relationship going forward. It's not the same.
And then you don't know like how he feels and what he thinks. Like he could possibly end up talking to the baby mama behind your back. Like that's just like,
well, okay. What about when she has, those are like bonding moments. Like when you go through things, like who's to say he doesn't grow a love for the baby mom? Like, you know what I mean? Like you just had my kid. Like that is something that y'all will share the rest of your life. Like,
and then
I just feel like that's another journey that sometimes he may need to like walk on by himself. And as long as he's sitting there, you know, hanging on to you, he's not really worried about the right things. That's not his priority. He should be worried about that kid.
Yeah, that's true. And then and then like the pettiness too, like you don't want to just have a kid with him just because he has a kid with somebody else either, you know, like if that.
And that just becomes a lot to think about at that point.
And then you just have a kid for pettiness, not because you really wanted the kid, you know, like, I don't know. That's just a lot going on. And again, we're drama-free people here. And if you want to live a drama-free life, then I would suggest
nobody told him to go knock somebody up. You were over here healing. He came back with a baby.
Yeah, like he don't care about you.
That would break my heart. That would break my heart. But I'm sorry, I have to move on from that because you just opened up another can of worms. You just opened up a lifetime commitment with somebody else.
Yeah, and I also don't see how like that could hurt you so much to the fact that you would never want to even see him or talk to him or anything again. Because I feel like if that were to happen to me, I would be so sad, so upset. I would never want to see that person ever again in my life. If I don't have a child with that person, like I would never want to see their face again.
That's a hard one.
That's fucked up.
But if you're just saying that he's just kind of like riding you now, like then obviously like if you don't see no friendship with him or something, then you should just go ahead and tell him like, look, stop wasting your time. I've blocked you. I've done this. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, or change your number too.
Change your number, move on.
I don't know why people have such a hard time changing their number. Like I've changed my number like 8 times.
I have too, but now like I'm stuck with this number.
Why?
But I'm not running from nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, like just change your number. Like I've had a friend one time where her ex was like calling him up all the time. I'm like, change your number.
Yeah.
And then like give all these excuses as to why she doesn't want to change her number. I'm like, girl, those excuses do not make sense. Like just change your number. If you like that, then just say that.
Yeah. If you just want to, okay.
Like, then that's a different story. Then okay, keep the fucking number. But if you genuinely are irritated by it and don't want any communication with him, then just change your number.
Yeah. Because really, it should just be, I know it's hard when you're just trying to get over something, but it should be nothing to just say, I'm not doing this today. Yeah. Like, I'm blocked, not ignore. Like,
exactly.
If it bothers you that much or it's becoming like this stalker situation, yeah, by all means, change your number. Let your friends know, like, hey, don't give any information about me. Like, if so-and-so ask about me or whatever, because if it's somebody like that, they will email you. Like, they will reach out to your friends. It will just get that serious, but usually people get it when you tell them, like, look, it's done. Like, it's been months already. It's been 4 phone numbers later. Like, come on. Like, let's move on.
Well, don't even, like, give them that, Like, don't even talk to them. Don't even tell. I feel like you shouldn't even acknowledge them or talk to them at all. Like, if you really genuinely don't want to talk to them, don't give them the time of day. Don't even text them. Stop texting me. Don't even tell them. Stop calling me. Literally just
cold shoulder.
Just go away. Just be a ghost. Like, just leave it.
I feel like he's probably like,
he's going
through it. He's probably going through it like, damn, I'm really having a baby with somebody else and I regret this.
And I don't even know this person, probably.
And the last, like, he has nobody, well, I'm sure he has other people to lean on, but he has nobody else that he wants to talk to about it but you. What the fuck you want to talk to me about? Go talk to your baby mom. Y'all got that responsibility together now. Y'all could talk about y'all stress or whatever you want to talk about. Y'all share that. It's not me. That's not mine.
He has problems going on right now in his life, and that's problems that you don't need and you shouldn't need and you shouldn't have, because I wouldn't want them either.
And really, somebody that cares about you shouldn't want you to assume all that on yourself either. Like,
and dude, if he genuinely loves you, he would let you go. I remember someone told me that.
I think he would too, because you don't even know what you're fixing to step into, sir. Like,
if they genuinely love you, they would leave you so that you could be happy.
And you should be trying to pursue that kid. Now, if you don't want to be with that girl, sure, whatever. But you need to, your number one priority should be that.
Not the kid, not.
Guys are dumb.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's dilemma episode. We have these every other episode, and so today is a dilemma episode, meaning that next episode is going to be another hot topic, meaning we're going to have a different guest on here, and then you'll see Sam again on your next dilemma episode, because we're the besties that are going to help you with your advice and the shit that's going on in your life. And hopefully, you know, you can let us know if our advice has helped you, you know,
give us updates.
Yeah, give us updates, like what happens, did it work, do you feel like maybe that wasn't good advice? I don't know, like let us know. And then if you do end up writing to the Mad Girls Club and submitting your dilemmas, make sure that you guys be very detailed as to, you know, what you guys are going through, just because, you know, like this last dilemma, we didn't really know where she stood, whether she wanted to be with a guy or not be with the guy. So make sure you guys end up being very detailed when you guys submit this dilemma. But other than that, thank you guys so much for listening. And if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, share, do all that great stuff. And until next time, guys, bye.